intentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. The kind of smile that makes the news.
Sorry. Hello, all. I hope everyone is having a lovely day. It's been a bit boring, but I don't really do anything on my days off. Anyways, it's gonna be another random ramble. Yeah, that was okay. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna be another random ramble, and we're gonna dive into mental health because why not? So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, there's no water. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, mental health. We all know and we all love her, right? I'm not really one to like share about like my personal thoughts slash feelings, emotions, or anything that pertains to that on social media or the internet. Just because of the fact that I don't like being vulnerable in front of people like that. So it's just like, but I guess during this video I can share some insight and maybe kind of help someone out there who's watching this video. Um, and kind of just like take comfort knowing that they're not alone and struggling in whatever they're struggling with. So honestly, whatever you took out of this video is your take. I mean, it doesn't have to like be anything really specific, but yeah. Uh, so for mental health, I've been up and down with mine since I was like 15. I got diagnosed with clinical depression my sophomore year. Stuff had happened. Obviously, I'm not gonna go into it 'cause it's very personal. Um, and so from that point on, like it was just like I was just it was just really unhealthy. And I feel like I didn't take mental health serious back then. Or no, I didn't take it serious enough to where I was inconsistent with saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this to better myself." And because of that, or yeah, because of the inconsistency, I mean, there was no progress to really show for it. So it was just like, yeah, you're just all talk. Now that I've gotten older, it's like, okay, you really do need to take this serious, especially because you've been struggling with your mental health for years. So I would say the first no, I would say sophomore year it was bad, but it wasn't like as terrible or as bad as 19 or at 19. That is the absolute worst. So picture it. It is 2020. We are all on lockdown and we can't do anything. In the first few weeks, I was okay with that. But it's just like just being cooped up inside the house all day and not doing anything, just constantly hearing about COVID and hearing all these different conspiracies and just like really just like scaring myself to the point where I was in a constant state of paranoia and just like not really certain of what the fuck was gonna happen. It just it was initial fear at first and then it just spun into dark thoughts. Like it was bad. Like it was terrible. Like it got so bad to the point where I like disassociated with no, yeah, to where I just got I can't fucking English. I'm sorry. It got so bad to the point where I just like disassociated. Like it was that bad. So essentially, my brain and my body just like disconnected. They weren't working together. It's like I'm here physically, or the shell of me is here, but mentally, I'm like floating somewhere in the fucking abyss. And it got worse once school came to an end. Like so, like towards the beginning of summer vacation, and it was just like it was just like damn. I honestly thought that that was it for me. I'm not gonna lie. This isn't me like being well. Okay, trigger warning. Mentions of suicide, I guess. Um, yeah, but it also got that bad too, or it got to that point where it was just like I had thoughts. Um, and funny enough, I didn't think this would. Now it didn't cure anything, but it made things a little bit better. I started riding my bike, but by myself though, not with like my family. Because before it was with my family, and then everyone kind of got like too busy, so I ended up going by myself. Um, but I would go bike riding in the afternoons or no early evenings when the sun wasn't so high up in the sky, because it would be too hot to like bike around when the sun's like really high in the sky. So I would go around maybe like 6:30 or something like that, and then just come back like right before the sun sets completely. And it honestly, I was at I was calm. I was at peace. No, not at peace. I was content. I felt like I was myself for a little bit, and I just kept doing it, and and also, and not only did it kind of help with my peace of mind, I was getting a good workout in, or physical activity, if you will. And it didn't last very long because I kind of like stopped doing it once summer was over, mainly because of the fact school was starting, and I couldn't go up to the parking lot because that's where I would like mainly like bike around and stuff like that. But then after that, it was just like a up and down of like things are not going to get better. Like I'm not going to be happy ever. Like if you tell 19, like if 22-year-old me was to go back and tell 19-year-old me that things are going to be better and we've, found some sense of peace and comfort, she would just laugh and be like, there's no fucking way. There's absolutely no way that we did this shit. Absolutely no fucking way. But we did. And now, like my mental health has, it's not the greatest. I'm not saying it's not bad either. It's just it's mostly better. So I would say about like 85, 90%, which is a pretty high number because over the last like couple of years, a couple was two. I don't know why I did three. Um, but the last couple of years, it's been like really low, like say like 55, 50, 40, somewhere in that range. Now it's like higher up. I will say this though, I'm not gonna lie. That's not to say that I don't have my moments because I do. Like even my days are just like up and down. And usually when I'm having like a bad day or I'm like kind of like in down in the dumps, I usually just let the feeling pass through where I'll get a couple snacks. I'll get a couple of snacks, you know, maybe drink some Stella Rosa and put on a crime show that I always watch. And usually, I'm chilling, I'm good. But yeah, it's kind of a bit of a bit of my mental health background, just a little bit. My main outlet was writing, and writing really did help a lot, especially when I first got diagnosed with depression. And because of what happened and stuff like that, there were just like a lot of like the trust was gone between everybody and whatnot. And because of the fact that I felt like nobody was listening or didn't really hear me out all the way, I just shut everyone out completely. I'm still kind of like that now because I'm like, I don't want to open up fully and then no one listens to me. I would say I'm pretty open for the most part, but that's only with one person. And that is because they took the time to actually really ask questions and whatnot so they could get understandings from all aspects and not just from one standpoint, you know? Um, but I still write to this day. I mean, I've been writing in my journal that I've had since I was like 13. And at first, when I wrote it in, I was like, I'm not gonna keep up with this. I might as well just give up. But for some reason, I like made it a habit to write in it every other day or every other couple of days. And now here I am, almost 9 years later, and I'm still writing in it. I unfortunately got inconsistent with writing because like I just felt like there was just so much to write about, but I was like, well, I can't fit this all on one page. So it's just like if you have something that you want to write about and you want to like, keep it in there or not, no, yeah. If you have something that you want to write about, then just write it. Don't like go off of like a specific topic or anything like that. That's what I did. Um, but yeah. As far as like depression and stuff like that goes, I feel like a lot of people really misunderstand. Um, I feel like no, no, no. I just feel like people just don't really understand depression for what it really is because a lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm sad, haha, depression," and it's just like depression is not about just being sad. It's about trying to find the light during your darkest hours. That's what depression is. Well, that's my perspective of depression. Depression looks different in other people that have it. So, but that's my take on it. And then you also have the people. that also don't understand that depression and whatnot, that type of stuff just does not go away. Like once you have it, it sticks with you, you know, and it can't be cured. It can be managed and treated just a little bit, but as far as like it completely going away, no. And honestly, I did not know that, and now that I'm older and still kind of dealing with depression issues, it's just like it sucks. It really does suck. But you live and you learn with it. Now, if you're anything like me and you also don't open up, you keep everything to yourself, I would highly suggest, this is coming from somebody who doesn't even do that herself, but don't be like me. Don't be like me and keep everything in. And that's why I'm telling you, because again, don't be like me. Open up. If you have somebody that you know that you can trust and is not going to go off and tell everybody what you told them and is willing to listen to you and they give you a shoulder to cry on, do it. If you don't have anybody to do that with, or if you don't have anybody that you can't talk to, any type of outlet that is given to you to express your feelings and just like express what's on your mind and whatnot, or to get whatever is off your mind, or sharing about what's on your mind, whatever the case may be, just sharing, use it. For me, in this case, writing is my outlet that I use. I'm starting to get back more into it again, thank God. There is really no reason why I did this video other than just to kind of like, well, again, this was like a random talk, but I feel like it was a talk had to be that had to be had. I don't know if I said that right. But yeah, it wasn't really just like, honestly, there's really like no just it there really isn't like there's not just one specific reason for this video. I guess it's just me just like opening up to people that may not know that already. Because there's very few people that do know, and it's the people that are closest to me that know this. But for those, whatever takes you took from this video, I mean, there's really not like just one take from this. I mean, and it's whatever like aspect of this video that you took from. I'm like so horrible at wording this. This is why I hate opening up, because like I can't really describe things very well. Like I just hate opening up. But yeah, I would say the biggest takeaway, or the biggest thing that you can take away from this is, make sure you do open up. Don't go forever trying to hold everything in, and also hold a grudge against those that have done something and those that haven't done anything, because it doesn't get you anywhere except just being angry and bitter all the time, and nobody wants to be angry and bitter all the time. So yep, that's pretty much it. As I said, I know this was kind of boring, but I feel like, I don't know, I just really felt like this just had to be like, this video just had to happen for some reason, and whatever that reason is, which I still don't know. um I guess I guess this is just to kind of show people like a more personal side of me and whatnot. I mean, that's probably the best reason I can come up with. But like I said, the biggest takeaway, or I hope the biggest takeaway that you got from this video was, to make sure you're open and whatnot. And if you have like a good support system, really make sure that you, um, whatever it is that you're going through, just make sure you try to open up as best as you can if you have the opportunity to do so. If you don't have anybody to open up to, I'm always here. My DMs are always open for anybody that wants to talk or needs like a shoulder to cry on and whatnot. I'm always willing to listen. Um, and that's pretty much all I got. Thank you guys for listening and watching this video. Well, if you made it this far, which I hope you did. If not, that's cool too. Make sure you. Oh wait, no. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I really don't have anything else to add or any like final thoughts. But like I said, mental health really does matter, and it's important that you do everything you can to make sure that it's like your top priority, because That's like the most important thing ever, more than work, school, all that. So make sure that it's like a top priority for you. If you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Goodbye.